Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Who's up late or up early, depending on where you're watching from? Wanna come say hi? Paul? Hey, thanks for showing up. Hi. Wanna come say hi? Come here. How's everybody doing? Who's up late? Who's making sacrifices? Gonna wait a little bit for a few more people to get on. So, hey, thanks for getting on. Alright, I'm gonna jump into what I'm talking about today. If you don't know me, my name's Michael Bartholomew. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm 25. First year into my credit and financial services, and I'm loving every second, every step, every piece of the journey. Looking at some information I just got back, I've had 5 accounts removed, disputed from Experian, 3 accounts from Equifax, and 4 from TransUnion. And my score currently today has gone up 106 points. So I am a product of my own product, and I want to help people understand that sometimes we need help. I needed help. Simply, I didn't know what I was doing at first. And within a short period of time, I can tell you with tools and services, and a system and a process, well, things can work out. Things can change in a short period of time. I started the credit restoration process. It's been within 4 months, 106 points on all 3 credit in all 3 credit bureaus. So it really is truly amazing. I'm excited about what's to come. Who I'm helping next. I got a few people. Have a few calls tomorrow. I'm excited to get you guys started and going with your services and process. But what I want to get everyone into understand is sometimes we gotta sharpen the saw, and I'm gonna bring you into that, what the story and what I'm talking about. So there was this man. He was cutting down a tree. He got about a quarter way in, and his saw just wasn't really doing anything. And someone came up to him and said, "Hey, why don't you take some time to sharpen the saw, right? Use the right tool." And say sometimes we're using the right tool, but we're not using the right tool correctly, right? So he said, "No, I don't have enough time to sharpen the saw," right? So he's going back at it, and it takes him a long time, and he's really just tired. He's not getting any process. He's not getting any, he's not getting anywhere. He's stuck. The saw isn't doing anything. And so finally, he takes time to sharpen his saw, and then within a few seconds, just knocks it right out. So, it's just a quick little story about how things can happen when we take time to sharpen our saw, use tools, sharpen our strengths, do what we got to do to make things better. Now, another funny story I want to bring up is sometimes we're so scared, I guess. I don't know what to really say. I mean, sometimes we have people who are just so scared to take and trust people. And I get it. There's people out there out to get you, take your money, and do some certain things. But let me tell you, I am not that person. I really want to truly help people. My goal is 1,000 families this year alone. Not just me, but we have a team. And, say you want to be part of the team, definitely can be part of the team. We're always looking for help. But you have to have the mindset that you're going into this to help others. Sure, you can make some money, but that's not what it's about. It's about changing the 63 million Americans that have a less than perfect credit score, and 43 million Americans with less than 599. Now, that in itself is one thing I want to change. I want to change double-digit interest rates down to single-digit interest rates for everyone. But you have to trust someone eventually. You have to give someone a chance. I'm sure you've been burned. I've been burned before, but if you never give, look, think about this. Say you've been cheated on. If you never try to love again, you'll never find your soulmate. If you never try something, you'll never know if you were good at it. If you never give someone a chance to prove you right, you'll never know if they were wrong. Now, here's the story. So, there's a man, right? He's on a boat, and the boat sunk, and he's on his little blowout boat, emergency boat, right? And he's like, why is this happening to me? I just don't understand, God. What did I do wrong, right? But he's saying, it's okay. I'm going to trust you, God, because that's what I do. I have faith within you, God. And I know you're going to send help, or you're going to come save me, God. I know, God, you're going to save me, right? And so a few hours later, a huge ship comes by and says, hey, we can pick you up right now. Do you want to be saved? And the same man says, no, God is going to come save me. God himself, Jesus Christ, is going to come down and save me from the heavens, right? And so another boat comes by, and it's a fishing boat. And he's like, hey, I got food, I got fish, I got shelter. We can save you. We can come get you right now. Are you sure you don't want to be picked up and brought home to your friends and family? And the man says, no, I trust God. God's going to come save me. And I don't need any help because I have God, right? And that's a good mentality, but we got to think about some things, because listen to this. A helicopter comes by, right? Tries to save this man. And he says, no, for the last time. He says, God's going to come save me and change my life and do what he has to do for me, because I trust God. I have faith. Now that same man dies in the ocean. He dies. And when he goes to heaven, he's like, God, what? Confused here. You didn't come save me. You didn't come help me. And God says, I sent you a boat, a fishing boat, and a helicopter, and you chose not to get saved. What else can I do? Okay? So sometimes we got to understand that God is true. I believe in God completely. But what you have to understand is God's not just going to show up in this glowing light and pick you up, and maybe you experience that, but for the most part, God uses other people, uses pastors, ministers, uses people, Mother Teresa, you know what I'm trying to say, uses people to spread the love of God. And that's how God works. I really believe the people that come into your life, that are kind of like random and strange and have something to say to you, are like your little mentor on what you need to get by on the next day. Little quick story of myself. Hey everybody, thanks for showing up. I really do appreciate it. And Diane, I gotta talk to you about Las Vegas soon. I'm gonna message you tomorrow morning. But so a little quick story about what I'm talking about a mentor and how God uses other people to talk to you. Personal experience. I used to work for UPS. And if you know anything about UPS warehouse, it's terrible. It's micromanagement. I mean, the people are good. I'm not gonna just knock UPS, but the system that it's hard. It's a tough job. You have to work a lot every second. Like you barely get breaks, and it's not for everybody. Not every job's for everybody, but the people who can do it, good for them. That's their job. But I didn't like it. I didn't like how I was being micromanaged. I didn't like how I was being treated, and being in that environment, being there was why I had to make a change. And it's so hard to stay positive in a bad environment, but we have to do these things. It's all about sacrifices. And the whole reason about all this is sacrifices leads to success. What are you willing to sacrifice today, tomorrow, next week, for a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, to get to where you need to be, where you want to be? Instead of short-term goals or short-term pleasure over long-term pleasure, right? So let's say I want to go to the gym because I know the long term, if I go to the gym every day over a long period of time, I'm going to see some progress. But if I don't see it right away, it's not as pleasurable. But if I stay at home and watch this movie, in the moment, that might be pleasurable. But in the long-term goals, for your weight loss goals or your fitness goals or whatever goal it is, if you're not doing it daily, stacking your brick wall every single day, laying it perfectly every single day, and then eventually your beautiful wall will show up. It's about taking that time and making those sacrifices and doing whatever you got to do. And I appreciate you all for showing up, because it's late or it's really early. And either way, you're making a quick sacrifice to take some time and watch me, and I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Now, when we're doing business, what are our daily operations? What are our daily operations? And I think for any business, I don't care what business it is, I think you need to spend time and write your business goals out. You got to sit down and pray about your business. You got to sit down and blueprint it with and mastermind it with other people who are doing as well or hopefully better in business, so they can pull you up. You are who you surround yourself with. I love doing this. I love being able to help people, show people things that are changing in my life, to help maybe make it relatable to you. And one thing that helped me was seeing someone else do it who was like me, and it was like, wow, I can do that then. I can do that. If they can do it, I can do it, right? And that's real. You got to have that mindset. And then, so let's get to the mindset of what I like to bring to everyone. You have to have that millionaire mindset. You have to have that, I ain't cracking. I don't care what look, people are going to do what they're going to do. Road rage is going to happen. People in the customer service industry, people are going to be mean to you, yell at you, be disrespectful to you. But it's really up to us as a person to make that non-reaction move and just act on our own, not react, right? So it's 90% of life is about not reacting, okay? Just acting on how you want to act. And the one thing that you can control no matter what is how you treat other people, even if they treat you bad, right? So the one thing you can do is always love somebody, even if they didn't love you. And that's how Jesus worked, right? Even on the cross, even on the cross, he was saying, I don't understand why you're doing this, but I love you. And it's okay. And that is true freedom. Because no one can take that part from you. If you love someone or love the process, love what's happening to you, not every day is going to be perfect. Like, things are going to happen. You might get a flat tire. But are you going to just let it completely ruin your whole day? What happens if someone messes up your coffee? Are you going to flip out on them? Or are you just going to move on and roll with the punches like, oh, well, that's a little test. Can I be calm? Can I be collective? Can I be the alchemist? The alchemist is someone who stays within themselves the whole time, no matter what. Good, bad, and evil. They can handle that situation by just knowing that there's another way to handle it. And I can't do it every single day yet, but I'm working on it. And I want to bring that to everyone's attention, that if you're working on something, if you're in the process of something, you're a success. Don't think of yourself as not a success. You're doing the steps. And be patient and stay consistent and persistent, because there's going to be a time when you're going to feel like quitting. It happens all the time. You're going to feel like, what am I doing? Nothing's working. But that's when you're tested. That's why they call it a testimony, because you've been tested and now you can testify to your test and show them, hey, if I can go through it, you can go through it. And I'm going to help you get through that test and bring it down so you don't have to go through it as bad. Because that's what leaders do. That's what teammates do. That's why when we work together, we succeed together. And if everybody's winning, who's losing? Right? So I don't know exactly what you're doing, but let's do it. Let's take it to the next level. It's 2019. We're moving on. We're moving on to bigger, better things. Let's speak prosperity into your life, into your family's life. I pray on people every single day, not just myself. I pray on others. You got to create your future. You got to say you're lucky every single day. You got to feel lucky. You got to write down that you're lucky. You got to, whatever your goals are, write them out as if they're already done. So say thanks and give grace and praise. If you give praise, you get grace. If you give grace back to someone else because you've received it, it's circulating now. Now you got a big circulation of grace in your life. And that's what we want to get to. That's what we want to give others as well, because you're never spending anything. You're only circulating. You're never really giving. You're always circulating, okay? Because when you give, you receive. So that means it's a full cycle. Now, if you've been receiving, maybe it might be time to give. And I'm not saying that you have to do your tithing or whatever, but I'm going to tell you right now, I started doing it, and my life has started to change. Like, my pastor told me, completely give myself up to God this whole year for 1 year and see what God can do for me. And I'm doing it. And I just can't. I don't care who it is, what higher something you believe in. Give it all to them. Give it all to it. Whatever it was, believe full-hearted in it, and that it's gonna give you the belief, the faith, and the manifestation of what you desire. Those desires came from your source, your creator, your God, your whoever. It didn't come from nowhere. It came from within. And they always say God is within. The universe is within, right? The creator is within. So it came within. And I really truly believe that if you start to do this, I know it's late for a lot of us, and early for some, but if it's late for you and you're about to go to bed, YouTube some manifesting while sleeping, miracles while sleeping. I don't know what it is. You got to look up abundance while sleeping. Something. Listen to something while you sleep with some I am affirmations of positivity for 21 to 66 days. That's how long it takes to program your subconscious mind. Some people it's faster. Some people it's longer because we've had so much toxins put into our subconscious mind that we take longer to detox. And it's okay if that's you. It's taken me a long time. Okay? It's not gonna happen it's not gonna happen like that, okay? But if it did, would it really be worth it? If you didn't have to work hard, would it be worth it? If it wasn't a test, would it be a testimony? I'm trying to bring you real results that work for me. I wake up, I pray, I write my goals down, I do a quick little workout, or I go to the gym, and then I go handle my business. Pray with someone, God, the universe, your creator, whoever. But trust me, these things work. This is what's worked for me. And I'm so proud and excited to be going to Vegas my first time. And it's all happened through believing that I can achieve. And it's only been a year. Now let's help as many people we can. Open the door, hold the door, buy someone coffee, buy someone lunch. You see someone that's hurting outside in the homeless cold. Yesterday I gave this man a jacket and some money to go get some food. Maybe you don't want to give him money, but go get him a hot coffee and some hot food and bring them something. Show them that people care. Some people are hurting. Sometimes people just need some love. Show some love, share some love, spread some love. I love you all. Have a great day, great night, great morning, whatever time it is for you. And I speak financial prosperity, abundance into your life now. Expect within 24 hours some financial abundance and manifestation within your life. I truly believe that this is possible for me to pray on you. As long as you're ready to receive, you will. Receiving means to accept. If you accept it, you will receive it. Amen, Steve. Amen, Steve. Well, late nights, early mornings, so I do have to start getting to bed, get going. But working up late, staying up late, working on blueprints, strategic plans, ways to help my team grow. I can't stop. It's hard to sleep because I'm so excited. If you knew what I knew, you wouldn't sleep. You would just help. You would just serve. You would just teach. You would just love. You would just bring people whatever they needed. You got to start listening. And I'm super excited for everyone. 2019 is your year, the money year, your greatest credit year. Let's do what we got to do. You're welcome. You're welcome. Spread love. All right. Peace and harmony to all. Apollo's probably asleep. Hey, good night.